NT Media Productions presents I'm Making It Happen Recovery Series. I'm Making It Happen is brought to you by Plaza Extra West, St. Croix, Plaza Extra, Tutu St. Thomas, Moringa Lion, Air Voice VI, Cane Bay Cares. Hi, I'm Nicole Tyson, and you're watching another edition of I'm Making It Happen. And today we have the pleasure of speaking with Blackest and Fusion Band, who are 7-time Road March champions. I felt it was appropriate to interview them for the recovery edition of I'm Making It Happen because their song is a big hit and encompasses everything that we experienced, and you can feel it in your soul in regards to where we came from and where we intend to be. And so I love the song and definitely wanted to include them in our interview episode. So thank you so much, Blackest and Fusion Band, for being with us today.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, everybody good.
And so we have Blackest, we have Maestro, and Pancho. And so we're going to find out, where they came up with these names, because I'm always interested to find the origins of people's nicknames. And so I want to start first. How did you get your name, Blackest?
Well, actually, I had this name from the 7th grade in junior high. I was actually the blackest student, the darkest student in junior high at the time. So somebody gave me that name, and I didn't know how to accept it at the moment. So I used to go around fighting people for calling me that name until I end up, in Central High School. You're going to school, everybody around the island says, like, I actually see people darker than me, but I learned to embrace my name then, and it's not, I didn't watch it as a complexion thing. I watch it as a, just a vibes, a energy. So I used to tell myself, yeah, I am the blackest, My mother literally cussed me 2 years ago for a tattoo I had in 2005. She just actually seen the tattoo on my hand like 2 years ago.
What's the tattoo say?
It said blackest.
Okay.
But it's the fact that she just seen it. I had the tattoo about 8 years before that. So it's like, that was crazy.
What's your matter? The name or just the fact you had a tattoo?
Me marking up my skin.
I agree. All right. Well, that's pretty funny because, they used to call me Tar Baby in high school. No, actually in elementary. Tar Baby. So, I just felt like I used to tell them blacker the berry, sweeter than the juice. Yes. That's what my mother tell me. So that's why I tell them back. And so definitely a cool name, Blackest. I love the name. Appropriate. And so tell me, how did you come up with Maestro?
I actually didn't come up with it. When I went to college, I started to excel in actually writing music and playing multiple instruments. So my professors actually deemed me the name Maestro, but Maestro is what it is. Maestro means teacher, so that's what I do in my regular 9 to 5. So that's the name, Maestro.
Awesome. So you got yours from junior high and yours from college. Okay. So Pancho, how you got yours?
Well, in 2008, I first started out in Resin Stars. Big up to the Resin Stars family. It started out, it was just little short dude, little stumpy dude, just playing steel pan, trying, fit in. And one of the instructors, Mr. Belgrave, shout out to Mr. Belgrave and Mr. Potter. It started out that I used to remind them of a Mexican / Indian. I'm going to a lot of Pakistani stuff now. But yeah, they have reminded me, or I reminded them of a musician. I think it was Indian, whatever. But I stick with the name. Yeah, Pancho. Yeah, I just stick with it. And since then, I just stick.
Well, I see here we have your band up. So you have like 3 other individuals in your group. And what are their names?
Well, my right-hand man, which is the next singer of the band, Hudson Hoodie Brown. Then we have Sleepy, who is the guitarist, Richard Sleepy James. He's the guitarist of the band, basically a mobile keyboard. All right, and then we have the drummer, which is, we call him Willow, but his full name is
Wilfred.
Wilfred Willow
Clark.
Wilfred Willow Clark, and that's the Fusion Band. That's the 6 members of the band. I want to say shout out to my management, same way, Jerry VLA.
Awesome. Okay, so that's all of you guys, 6 of you. And so we definitely want to get into We Shall Rise, but and that's the name of the hit song that I love. So first of all, how did your family fare after the hurricane?
Well, while everybody was good, I was actually in the house alone by myself at the same time, but It took
Wait. You rode out the hurricane by yourself?
by myself, all on my own. So, but like I said, I was an 80s baby, so I've been through Hurricane Hugo, and I just remember everything my father did at the moment that kind of kept me, grounded. So I wasn't really panicking at the time. I actually didn't know how serious it was, so I actually stayed up during the whole entire hurricane. Understand? And then, I mean, we was just struck with a lot of water, just a lot of water inside the house, basically. Because I guess everybody, well, majority of the people, they actually, after Hugo, they kind of had the sense to actually rebuild the houses stronger, the codes for the roof. So my neighborhood was all right. We were good. Just water.
That's good to know. That's a lot of strength. 'Cause I was, in a big building, and that building was shaking, and I was worried about people that was in houses, because if that building could shake, I mean, you weren't frightened about the roof going or anything like that?
I was more concerned about my two kids that wasn't with me at the moment. So, and then you had no phone service, none of that. So that's where my thoughts was. Yeah.
And they were okay?
Everybody were good.
Good. How did you make out Maestro?
I was okay. I actually rode out the storm at the armory because we were actually activated on duty for the Virgin Islands National Guard. I'm also a member of that. And as a matter of fact, that's where the whole structure of the song started. Because riding through Hurricane Hugo was a traumatic experience for me. So I kind of don't like thunder. I'm a coward when it comes to thunder. So when Maria was making her noise, I actually went in one of the rooms and I put on my headphones and I started to make the beat for the song. And the concept for the song kind of came during the storm itself. But yeah, I wrote it out in the armory. My house did okay. That's like Blackest said, a lot of water damage. And family is okay. Mom was okay. She stayed with some cousins and stuff like that since I wasn't able to be with her. So I'm good.
Nice to hear. And Pancho, how did your family make out after the hurricane?
We made out all right. Just little water damages. It could have been worse. This was my first time going through a storm like that, so I didn't know what to expect the first time. But everybody made it good. Like I said, it could have been worse. With just water damage but the family was okay. Everybody was okay. The only thing that was like rough was not being able to contact, close people, family, to let we know that we were safe and but yeah, Maria was definitely something to remember.
I love the song "We Shall Rise." So I know you said you started the song at the base. So what about it did you start, and then how did you get the group involved in that?
I really liked the song Andrade, I Rise. From Andrade, I felt that we were already working for the National Guard was already activated for Irma. So seeing the devastation over there, and then picturing what Maria was going to do to us over here, I started with that concept. And then I write, but I'm not as good with lyrics as Roy Viele and Blackest is. So I came up with the "We Shall Rise" tagline. And then I saw Roy Viele and I said, well, this is the concept I have that I'm really, really interested in. And he wrote the tagline for the "We Shall Rise," and we forwarded it to Blackest, and he's just a genius. So I ain't gonna even start on him. I'm gonna let he tell you his own story. And then anytime I make a rhythm or a production, I always listen to Pancho and get his advice so he could make it sound more bouncy, more aggressive for our local style. So that's why I definitely called him and got him involved.
You touched base with Roy Viele. How soon after, or did you make contact with him about the lyrics?
He's also a member of the National Guard. So he's actually one of the heads that we deal with. I was actually reporting to him as we were working through one of the duties. He's a Sergeant Major Viele. So the very next day, I was like, Sergeant Major Viele, this is the concept I have. And when he had some time, he sat with it. And he's a genius in writing as well. He has so many songs that he's written that people don't even know. And he just wrote it out. And then we sent it to the champ.
And they said they forwarded it to you. How did they forward it to you after the hurricanes?
Well, I think what happened was actually during the hurricane. Like during the hurricane, it's like me and we still had phone services at the time, and he was like, "Dude, I'm making a beat," because I didn't even know if we were going to have carnival. So I don't even know how I saw in my head. Cause we had already had a song we was going to push for carnival that we didn't even do, So we just wrote what made sense. He said we have a song called "We Shall Rise." And when I heard the concept, I already, So they brought the lyrics to me after we start, because he was working right here at Complex at the time. And VLA came and checked up on me at my house, because we had no phones over the cases. So I saw him, me and him sat down in his vehicle, and he was like, boom, bam. But he's like an old school writer. So I would take some of his lyrics sometimes and make it like up to the time. So they actually had the hook, "We Shall Rise" every time. They had that stuff. Understand? What they didn't have was like a verse. And that's where my strength will come in. So I tell them, we weren't even going to talk about the hurricane. The name of the song was just "We Shall Rise." So I said, okay, well, I'm going to just incorporate the both hurricanes, whatever the case may be. And I just had a vibe, like, I wasn't expecting a hurricane to be so serious. But even after seeing the island and what we've been through, I like, we are right, because about a month after, it's like the trees started to turn back green right away. So I like, maybe this is just a wake-up call for the Virgin Islands, you know? So we shall rise. And then I heard also one song from Jassy. I heard his song, and that kind of inspired me too as well. So I started writing the lyrics. We linked up with Kevré and Jerry VLA at the same time. Like, how we gonna record this song now? Nobody got no power. So Jerry said, I have an idea. I gonna just say we recorded off of a generator, and we recorded off of his car battery. So we hooked up some gadget to his car battery, and that was giving us power for in here. So yeah, it was crazy.
That's amazing.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
That's awesome. That's making it happen. You guys was determined.
So also Kevré was like, dude, even if we ain't got no carnival, just put out the song regardless. This ain't even a song. It's just remembrance to the people that, you know what I mean, no matter what, as a Virgin Islands, we shall rise. We're gonna become bigger, better, stronger, and it all starts with faith. So I kinda like it. And
you kinda like it? I love it.
well, for me, that's me and myself. Right. That's how I critique myself, is like, you know, yeah, it's all right. You always feel you could do better. Right. But then now it's like I can't go nowhere. It's like, and it's the fact that that's the kids. That's all of it. Too much work. You understand? And even to like people on the streets that ain't had nothing to do, just sitting around, I'm glad to see them, like, you know what I mean, taking part, working for FEMA, all that good stuff. So it's like the song, it weighs more than weight is. You understand? Like, oh, Mama Maria, we too much work, but ain't too much work if you're walking, you know what I mean? We're gonna make it happen, like you said. So we shall rise. Pancho,
so when you heard I guess it was the beat, right? And then you doctored it up a little bit. How was your thought process in that?
Well, basically, whenever my show would have like an idea, he would come to me. We'll do the rhythm together. Basically, like, I just do my job. I make rhythm. I mean, he's the mastermind, but yeah, he just come to me. He basically had the stuff done already. I just juice it up a little bit.
I love the song. I play it all the time. You know how many times I have it on repeat. So definitely love it. And so so tell me, I want to know a little bit more, because people need to know that when things happen, right? Mm-hmm. You have to become resourceful. You got to take initiative. You can't lay on the ground and say, "Woe is me, oh my God." You was doing it the day during the hurricane. You were working it. And then after the hurricane, you guys just was like, I'm gonna make it happen, and you use a battery and all this. So tell me, how did you guys get together and say, this is the way we're going to, power this area? And did it power the whole building? I want to know the inside scoop.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, where we first went to record, where we jot down the ideas together, actually, we was in a place where we wasn't supposed to be. So we kind of got in trouble for that. So then it was like a panic now, like, we got to record this song, you understand? And then I think somebody came to Kevré and like, dude, you know all you need is an inverter? It was an inverter, and power inverter, and you could do that. And what's so funny, this guy came in my neighborhood, and he asked me to borrow my car battery. He's a barber, and he used my car battery to plug up his machine to shape me up, you understand? So it was like, okay, I wonder if it's the same thing. So I come here, a day I came here, I see Kevré car and trunk up, hood up, a wire running from the hood, from the battery all the way to inside here. He said, yo, this is what we got. The only thing is, I can't record and juice you up how it normally is. We gotta go raw. But I said, well, you understand, because they probably get people out there that can't even get to record. We were actually going to make a full album. You understand? We already had plans, but we said we're gonna just do the one song. However it goes, it goes. And at the same time, like, we didn't even make an album. And at the same time, I said, I don't know how it is. Even if we did make an album, I think we'd end up giving it away for free. So we just put the song up on SoundCloud and make it downloadable for everybody. So that way, it's just, Man, just thinking back on it, it's just a vibes, man. It's depressing and at the same time, it's like, yeah,
You guys, say that again.
For how far we come, like thinking back and then I was like, yeah, we made it happen. Like other people ain't had opportunities to actually make a song, and for the little time frame that we had, like we didn't know we had carnival, so yeah, it was cool.
That's what I'm talking about, you know? And that's why I wanted to talk. That's why I wanted to do these recovery interviews, because, you know, we were moving so fast after the hurricane. Like I said, people was outside like hours after moving debris out the road. And, you know, I mean, people were you just had no time to just stop and cry. You just was like, okay, Irma came, we got through it, helped out St. Thomas. Oh God, Maria come now, hunker down again. We got through it. And then we just had to work, like you said, you know? And so to think about where we started, where we came from, and where we are now, I want people to see that, you know, we're so resilient, so strong. And if we really put our mindset to it, it could do anything. And it just shows with your song, you know? So, Kevré, tell me how, you know, when Blackest came, you already had the whole, did you call him and tell him about the battery thing, or did he already have it?
Somebody already mentioned it to him. Okay. So, like, we got kicked out where we went to record the first time. You understand?
Yeah, basically. So, Sergeant Major Vele, we don't call him Jerry. That's what we call him, Jerry. Jerry used to come to work with a power inverter every day. And he used to,
before the hurricane or after the hurricane?
After the hurricane. After Irma Maria don't give we work. Okay. He used to come to work in the army with a power inverter every day. And he used to charge it and then take it home so he could run his fans and stuff for his family at home so that they could be cool during the night and stuff like that. So when we met about the song and decided how we were going to do the song, I was like, well, you know, Jerry, we don't have any place to record it. They don't have anywhere with any power. So we tried doing it at the one place that we will not mention, that we wasn't supposed to use. And we started there, but it didn't work out because we got in trouble. So he said, I'm going to give you the power inverter. So I said, well, how did it work? He said, well, you just plug it up to your battery and then, you know, just run the thing inside. I said, well, what are you talking about? So he came a day and he brought it for me. And somebody had kind of like explained the concept to me, but I didn't understand. And he showed me how to do it. And we ran it inside and it powered some of the stuff just enough for us to get it done. So it's actually a very funny story. One of the days, my battery went dead. Battery actually went dead. So
your car battery went dead?
Yeah, car battery went dead. Car battery went dead. So, Irma, Maria, yeah.
Ready to put you guys to work.
Yeah. So even the writing the song initially when we first met up, we kind of write the rest of the song. When we finally met up with Blackest, we wrote it in the back of the car.
Of the dead battery car?
Yeah, but the battery wasn't dead at the time. But we got together and we were sitting at the armory, and all of us were in my car and we were just sitting there. We were talking about the song and we wrote the song in the car. Yeah.
So tell me, so how long did it take to put a song together? Starting from the night you started with the beat and till the end.
I don't even know. To record it, I think because of the lack of resources, we recorded it in one day. It was just 1 day.
2 hours, 3 hours. And after I got the concept from them, after I actually know what I wanted to do, we recorded the same day. We wrote the song. So I wrote the song. We stayed on in his car. I was actually waiting for Jerry to show up to give us the space, the access space, so we was going to record first. So me and he stayed in his vehicle. Well, yeah, he played the song from his vehicle. We met up at the place. He played the song in his vehicle. And I said, okay, boom. We got stuck on the chorus, the part which, well, the drive of it, the part that said, oh, my God, we got stuck there. And then even we came up with it, it was like, no, man, that's too simple, man. That's too plain. But then even, you know what I mean, after a while when I went home, it's like, it's stuck in my head. So I said, that's what we need, something catchy. Yeah. And then when you think about it, I give we walk, Maria give we walk, too much walk. I walk in, we walk in, everybody walk in, you understand? And that's how we're going to become strong. So like going into the second verse of the song, it's kind of like we've been through it, we survived, we still standing, now it's time to celebrate. So after that whole thing, Map had already announced we're going to still do carnival, whatever the case is, you know? So the second verse basically saying like we've been through so much, it's like we take the time now to celebrate, you know what I mean? Celebrate life, celebrate this recovery, celebrate this second chance, you understand? Because I was panicking. I panicked when coffee was actually 12 to 4 because is either you're going to get ice, either you're going to, you can't do both. Either you're going to get ice, either you're going to get gas, or, you know what I mean? So it's like, that was such of a panic. And then we got a little freedom now. I said, wow, we getting carnival? Come on, man. We can't be down. We survived this. You understand that? That was the lift up of it.
Awesome. So tell me, how important do you think it was that we still had carnival? I mean, I think that was awesome what we did, and it was a fabulous turnout. I mean, how many days of, I think they had like, 12 days? How many days of village?
The same.
They said it had more days of village this year.
Because it started earlier, kind of earlier. And for me, it was important, but at the same time, if we didn't have carnival, I would have totally understand, but we was going to still release a song regardless of. So even if it wasn't a part of carnival, that's going to be a song to put out there. This is Blackest
And the Fusion Band.
We're making it happen.
Are you?
I'm Making It Happen is brought to you by Plaza Extra West, St. Croix, Plaza Extra, 22 St. Thomas, Moringa Lion, Cane Bay Cares.
If you know that the VI strong, push your flags up, push your muscles up.
This was an NT Media production. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. It's a sociable thing to do.